Can you afford to hire somebody to replace you as a project manager on your jobs? If you're the owner of a contracting business or a service-based business and you want to step out of daily project work, you have to know for sure that you can afford to hire someone to run the day-to-day project work. Based on the numbers that you have today, how confident are you that you could hire a project manager or a project foreman? If you're like most contractors, you probably don't really know. How well do you know your expenses per job? Are you sure that each and every job you're actually profitable? Or are there certain jobs where you're making a lot of margin and other jobs where you're losing money? Do you know? If not, you probably aren't managing your expenses as effectively as you could be, and it might be the key to be able to finally step out of project work with confidence that you can hire somebody to fill your shoes. In today's video, we're going to talk about setting up a financial process for your contracting business and some of the things that you really need to pay attention to. There are three things you need for your financial system. The first thing you need to track is your on-the-job expenses and costs, so tools and materials. The second thing you need to track really clearly is your employee hours and contractor expenses. And finally, you need a way to report so you don't get in trouble with the IRS. It's really important that you have a financial system that lets you track job expenses in real time. If you're waiting until after a job is done to pull the receipts out of your glove box of your car or the receipts stuffed inside of a binder somewhere to figure out whether you were profitable in a job and to manage expenses, there's a lot of information that's falling through the cracks, and you might be out there bidding jobs based on data that's outdated. If you're not tracking expenses in real time, you're not able to make decisions about what jobs you're going to take on, what you can afford, and whether or not you're profitable at the rates that you're charging. Now, the principles I'm going to be sharing with you today are principles that our founder, Anthony Hicks, used to grow his contracting business Reliable to a multi-million-dollar business where he's been able to step out of daily project work. There's these three key components that are often missed, especially if you're using a spreadsheet or you're using something like QuickBooks to manage your expenses. The first thing you need in your financial system is a way to be tracking your on-the-job costs without burdening your team. The second thing you need is a way to track hours per job and contractor expenses per job so that you can accurately figure out your expenses on the job so that you can make sure that you're paying your employees exactly what you owe them, not more, not less, on time, and that you're also able to pay your contractors on time. And you're able to track all of those things in real time rather than waiting until after a job is completed. And finally, you need a really easy way to show what you've paid employees and what you paid contractors so that you're not getting in trouble with Uncle Sam. A lot of business owners fail to manage their expenses effectively. For one, because it's difficult to stay organized. And for two, until now, there hasn't been a great way to manage these expenses. We created Axe software to make this process a lot easier. Now, in this series, we've talked about the importance of a sales system, a project management system, and a financial system. Axe makes it super easy to manage all of these systems all in one place, to ensure that from the sale to managing the project to ensuring profitability after the job is done, that you have all the information you need as a contracting business owner to run a profitable business that you're able to step out of and hire other people to run the day-to-day of your business.